actually gets the opening kill. They capitalize big time off it. A second round for Falcons, and at least for Furia, they have a chance to keep making this interesting because they wouldn't have bought it all, and now they have an op to save. How is Moladoy going to make up for what maybe was missing in confidence back on Duke? They still won the map, but off the back of, let's be honest, a 4.0 Eastside rating from Yakinder. I want to say once in a lifetime. He's had some very standout maps playing in that style. That was the best of them.
It makes you think the odds of doing it back to back are so low.
How are they going to use Moladoy?
Prying eyes. You know, Falcons climb on top of that Ivy train, then there would have been a target for him. They're climbing on everything else. But they know damn well that op is out there on the field, so got to be cautious if you are Falcons. Now Nico's suddenly going to find himself very much locked into this corner. Unfortunately for Moladoy, it's not like his teammates have a ton of upgraded pistols or Kevlar really to work with. So I think there's a world where if he really gets nothing, you're also kind of on the back of your mind preparing for another save for this off. Great flash, there you go, first 10.
Yeah, stay suspicious.
You know somebody else is going to pick it up. In this case, it is Colin. Nico is boxed in. I said, oh, he can't make a move. Well, he'll just go ahead and win this round. How about that instead? Falcons staring a tie team in the face early.
Excellent tactics, just the right amount of paranoia to make sure that they don't run into any off shots. They make Moladoy's job impossible right there. So, beautiful work. Successful legal conversion, and the comeback is secure.
There are 5 players alive as well. Tons of cash starting to get racked up on this CT side. It's got all the makings of a strong CT side on train on full display already.
Hopefully of all the maps, 2 maps that we got, this will be even the closest. This one hopefully comes right down to the wire. We're already seeing exciting moments, great calls to start off from Furia, creative stuff, aggressive stuff, but then Nico and the following conversions, beautiful as well from the Falcons.
I mean, when we got that first gun round decision out of Fallen, and now we get the first timeout track by Sid.
Dude, that sounds like that's all in like some 6 round 24, right? Where that he pulled out on the first rifle round of the game, like. That's flexible.
Now we shouldn't see it again until overtime. Keep that one in the back pocket. So what is the decision coming in this time? Furia had to wait for this gun round, and unfortunately, again, right, I said Moladoy would maybe save that off again. Well, here's what happened. He's now playing with the Desert Eagle instead.
It's a big tag here on Monacy.
Huge.
Right to the down.
Oh, wow. Offered a timeout, too.
Oh, that's crushing. The ladder run up, they tried to spam the cross to just dissuade anybody from committing to it, and Monacy runs through that pretending a bullet didn't touch him. Down to half HP, turns that into 2 kills. Kiyoshi right on his coattails, ready to pick up a third. This round has nothing from Furia.
That is just a drop kick of a response off of a timeout called by Furia. They spent more time discussing what they were going to do this round than effectively playing this round.
Yeah, which is always a dream for the other team. You know, you interrupt the pause just like that. That's kind of what it felt like with the call Furia made in the first rifle round. Just like, no matter what you've talked about coming into this rifle round, you're not ready for that.
It wasn't that.
Yeah. So,
a rude awakening here for Furia.
you know, stylistically, you've got to appreciate what Falcons have done so far this event. I mean, they're looking leagues better. You know, many people would agree. You know, eventually they were going to be able to figure it out, right? The question was when.
Question was
We're talking about the major.
Yeah,
You know,
and with what pieces as well, right?
Yeah.
Because there was always that call for one more, and we got it.
Yeah, it was kicks in. And honestly, even SS yesterday versus Vitality was amazing. That was like, they've got levels.
And, you know,
I've always appreciated, like, the Falcons, yes, criticized for spending all this money, but when they have, trying to buy the M Sport, trying to buy they bought good cores, and then it team either full of legends or with a strong core to start. And this is eventually the one that's actually worked. They wanted to make a splash, and they have.
Here we go. Fury straight up this round. Flashes over top. Oh! Yosuke steps in from E-box and shuts down the outer hit. We've got another rifle on the line. Odyssey's off in position. SS fine by it. Molino's got the answer. Kills his.
Which is the deal. Molino, he's up there.
Can't finish this Odyssey, but also serving up a distraction because we've got that flank on the heels of Molino. And it's over. It's such a deadly duality for Falcons in that 2 versus 1. Like, pick your poison if you're Molinoy. Which of those 2 pieces do you really want to fight?
Well, I think he just wanted to get that kill faster, and then maybe he could have tried to think about where the next kill was coming in from, but the rotations are so hot. Like,
another moment though, where it just feels like Falcons are slamming the door shut. Every time Fury tries something different, like who knows to them? Throw Fury out with his 1v AKs, and the second comes charging down ramp. This is not the first time Fury tried to play both sides of the map.
Yeah.
It's not the first time Fury have some, tact to their approach. And yet Falcons are just right there ready to slam your head against the wall.
but that wasn't a full investment. This is, and remember, this is T-side. They're looking for anything they can get. It felt like they were going to start off 5-0 or something like that. That's not the case, but that doesn't really matter numerically. They're just looking for a few.
The lack of off has been a feature of Furia's T-side so far. Last gun round, Molo going on a D goal. This time it's fallen limited to the Galil, like Yakindar.
Got no fast diving this round, no fast plays out of either team, but slow crawl here is actually looking like it might yield something. Ooh, we're getting real frisky already. It's going to take some real acute awareness out of Molodoi to catch this.
Good amounts of movement here from Falcons.
Yeah, not happening.
Good on falling to recover with 1, but what awaits him? 2 more defenders in position. Yosuke misses the spot. Solano won't miss his, and that's the support system down. It's got to be everything for him. Instead, Yosuke blocks his head from up above. Man advantage for Furia off that one.
They're looking for a flank, but it's not coming. Just 2 guys in from regular spots here, CT and Z.
Bomb planted, Monacy on the prowl, looking to take them out from beneath. Frag goes deep.
Then let's make it a 2v2.
And they know for a fact that Yuri's already dropped down into the site. And they've never seen Yakindar so far this round, so they've got to keep checking their flank. Yuri, this is perfect timing. Perfect move to get off of that piece. And then he blindsides Odyssey. The train comes right back. We know what kicks in, he clutch. And then Yakindar coming down the ramp, and he's sticking it.
Oh my goodness. Kicks that he had to do the full 180. Instant to the headshot. Yakinder did have the right to go for that fight. But this guy is leading from the front right now.
No denying Furia are in the thick of it right now. And fighting valiantly, but coming up short.
I'm not going to lie, though, that was still a good round.
Yes, it was.
I don't think they're unconfident. Testas, lots of pressure.
I think this timing to try to bounce into B could have been good, but instead they wait a second and took this kid on the flank again. And Falcons just keep boxing them in.
Yeah, and now they're walking into this nice now. Gets killed, though. In jeopardy. Will they approach the goal? So wide.
Well, Molyneux has been looking for revenge all game long. That one's got to feel good. You get one of the Falcons players off your back, and you open up the possibility of an every rotate, right? You've still got the time as well. If that kill gets caught at 20 seconds, well, then Falcons don't have to consider Ivy, but there is still so much time.
Can't let this one go in vain. This half is going to be over soon. It's Falcons who have unlimited cash.
So they'll make a move, right? Brave, why not? Trying to figure out this picture from one side of the map or the other.
Have two both spotted.
I think only one. Man advantage reestablished here for Falcons. And the bomb has been able to exit, but they also Kicks in from inside Zed. Collects his first of this round and doesn't force the issue. Instead, to catch one inside a block dog. Massive moments, demanded pace. Teammates in the world to clean up, and Falcons winning streak just keeps on growing.
Yeah, this is amazing for them. And they get another ego out of this as well. This streak is unreal. And every time they put together an ego, they win the next rifle. When Kingston gets a clutch, they win the next rifle. Then they streak off the back of it. They know how to catch fire. There have been lots of good rounds in here from Furia, despite them losing all of them.
To compare it to the streaks of Falcons previous in the series would be unfair because Falcons are far more in this one.
Yeah, maybe not all of Furia in there. He started off nuke, started off here on train like he ended on nuke. But since then, that's it. Only kills on the pistol round.
Furia, no strangers to taking over these round halls. The problem has been Falcons always trying to find an opening, right?
I'll say it again, this is not a team who are an underdog. They're not a team who are going to be down on themselves. Both these rosters have been through everything at this point, and they both know how to raise a trophy. Furia realizes they just need 5 key rounds here. Falcons are looking to deny that. There's a full buy. They don't have the up on Molotov, but that honestly hasn't really been a game-changing factor.
Pressing off the bomb site at 45 seconds. This is one of the slower rounds coming out of Furia, but it's also one of the rounds where they've kept all 5 players alive longer. No activity from Falcons. They just go static. They try to stack, and it doesn't work out of the gate. Two kills deep already. Gets cleared out by this Yakindar flank. Just a full swarm from Furia, and so when Falcons leave Furia in full force, it seems like this attack still has legs to stand on. So Monacy right here's got nothing to lose. A ton of money in the back pocket, good damage on Molotov as he announces his presence. Swapping it up a little bit. Reload demanded. And as that first mag finds its way in, it is Akino who has been struggling since the pistol. The only round he's gotten a kill in since. Clearly Monacy's got no idea where he's at. He steps back up.
That's ridiculous. Oh, what an opener on a Queserado, and kills gets casted spells, get another 2K. And Monacy, man, he made this so real. It's actually a great reaction of the Yakinder. 2 kills for Yakinder. And his first 2 since that pistol round. That impact converting to a round win. A clutch goes the way of Furia. We call that a clutch denial, because that was actually almost a 1v3.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Falcons get a little more rambunctious this round. Again, trying to test flanks, push off bomb sites. The more static setup doesn't pay off in the 1 round prior. And so, we get this cross being put into position, right? Honestly trying to get onto an angle in time. Kicksan can feel the test coming, but Molotov got here first. Timing is everything.
I mean, if Molotov not going to hit his flicks, he's got to use his brain, and that's something that has yielded a good opening here for Furia. Headed bullets coming in. Oh, the hell those all missed.
Also, how they're not gone back, man. This is gonna think. Baseball is gonna start to think, but they're not here to take the shot.
To be honest.
Meanwhile, Kicksan pushes into Decon, so we're watching that hot dog fight because we can't believe our eyes. And it's all a distraction for Kicksan to get his double. Flank off from Yuri. Chasing down Nico. We haven't had to talk about him too much, but he loves to sprinkle in a clutch. Eyes on Tesses. And they've announced their approach, right? That's both players with fire in his feet have to help stay shot.
He saw something.
Yuri coming over. Almost missing his chances to make this easier than it might be. Third time's the charm there for Molyneux, but now he's got the pistol up in his grill. SS watching. Nico gets Fury on his sight.
Here's a hybrid?
They make it past Molyneux, and I was right there with you. I thought he saw something in the smoke. And maybe that's why Fury comes scrambling back over, but it's not nearly fast enough. And if you give Falcons the ace, they will force them to
There will be blood on Molyneux's hands for the series. Unfortunately, if he keeps on missing like this or missing timings just slightly, they're slight, but they matter. I don't know, maybe he just took a shot, but once he lost that opportunity and took the shot, he didn't have the information to get his team safely up into the site. He couldn't pull a distraction at all. Essentially a sitting duck, just a grand opportunity lost. A pistol won, an ego won now in this half. How many tragedies can Furia survive? Another chance for all to nail this one. Head-to-head on offers is good.
Trying to secure revenge. Instantly into Tess's hands instead. And with a player to work in front of him. Kyosuke with that bomb, AK included, and a smoke in front of it. That's a question mark now in Furia's minds. All while Nico does his own thing. Falcons are trying to play, keeping options open, but there's this huge gap in the middle of it all, right? No eyes on Hot Dog this entire time. If they think Furia are going to feel antsy enough to go for a push somewhere, that is a gap that Nico is now going back to clear, trying to find that tethered timing to join his teammates in what is shaping up to be a commitment to this yard. At a very forward position for Fallen, and NP9 is trying to move forward as well. They're going to look to stuff this on the approach. Nico eats that flash, and his Hikino puts an SMG into the smoke as well. That is a good chance back for Tesses. Nico still gets a strike, walking it out. Get that. We're down to 17 health in the process, and that's all they need.
Hey, that's a write-off.
That is Furia's intent to just step up to the fight.
I mean, they can lose an ego, but they keep winning rounds like this.
Am I crazy to feel like Falcons just lacked a little bite in that one?
I think so. The setup was also just really strong, and I think, like, you start off with this head-to-head win from Molyneux. I mean, we can attach so much impact to round conversions from Molyneux if he's going to be able to put that up one way or the other. It's just a read on where Montesi might take this round. It pays off. That's one. This makes it 9-9. I have no idea who's going to win. You can't tell. But especially knowing that the Falcons can rock up and just pull this one out of the hat somehow too. Kickstand's the only one with not much to work with. They are a little low on utility, which is always a struggle on team side train, but with the way they're finding kicks, I honestly don't think they need that much utility.
Got offs on the field, but not currently positioned in a head-to-head. Tension builds in a minute.
You know, it feels like we could be going to a tragedy where Molyneux is just in his own head. He gets that kill last round, but overall this game it's been a struggle. He needs to keep that confidence up.
Right here, right now. Doesn't fight.
Yeah, they baited him. That was really nice. 20 health though.
It's a really cool way for Falcons to apply that pressure. If you want to talk about the tragedy that could be Molyneux getting into his own head, I'll talk about the tragedy of Falcons only getting one off round win so far in this T side. And that economy is wobbling. Ewing's down, but Ewing gets stomped out by Nico. And Kindar's trying to keep his head down. It's not on it. And it's Molyneux to come through with the kill back on two base. Goes down. Montesi has to double back to try to trade that because you can't allow the ramp to get taken. It's going to be on Kickstand to actually hold off the bomb site. But with what? He was the biggest limitation in this round. And while there's no immediate flight, Montesi can start to write off the... It's a disaster for Montesi. Now Kickstand Stiegel tries to strike. 3 players for him to find with just this side.
Leaving the case on to find a timing check. What a master of that. Absolutely. absolutely beautiful stuff. There was a certain point at which, honestly, had to give up the flank to help out within the site because there are going to be at least two players scaling towards him. Fury going down the scary open here for Furia. There's a lot of frustration because this game, this round, could have been won absolutely by the Falcons. They nearly found a way to pick this up as well. But now the close situations are mainly leaning towards Furia.
I mean, Kyosuke tried to get it going from upper and then instantly shut down like that.
Not a single rifle round has actually been won by Falcons in this second half. Furia are sitting on 2 timeouts left over. They're in cruise control a little. I mean, they might be scary every round, but they're still overall solving the problem.
It feels like that problem's only going to grow as the money starts to fail Falcons.
It's just so incredibly high level on an individual basis. Like the amount of players that can pop off at any given moment. And not just threaten a cool 2K, get a couple of eggs. You've never seen exit kills. You've seen no exit kills.
Yeah, good point.
Literally just pure impact, non-stop, back and forth.
Yeah, I'll take it all night long. They're going to try to just bust through. You got little to lose if you're Falcons. Oh! Chase Serrano and Yukino are trying to pull it all back themselves. And he has been instrumental to the success of Falcons. Watch this mastermind work with a minute and a bomb on his back.
He believes in his aim. We saw the patience on that Deagle shot before he lost the round last round. He's not scared to take it slow. He believes in himself right now. He had an unbelievable Inferno performance. Furia know that they're constantly in jeopardy. I mean, both teams feel this way. Stress has to be at the maximum.
We've seen Furia players previously split up. This time they're playing shoulder to shoulder.
This is going to be a longer round, actually, if they read it like this.
Assuming Kickstand doesn't waste much time, how much of his bomb site does he want to try to clear before going for that plant? Or is this where he even ends? Or does he get even trickier?
I mean, you can't just turn down the open site after making this huge road around, but he can't find that first kill to give him the plans.
He's going to have to go look for something. He opts to just go for the plant, hoping that this is open, and he is correct.
Furia, look how disjointed they are. Yeah, this is a weird way to post plant. Like, Yuri is so far away from this.
Oh, small point coming up the ramp. I mean, Furia spent so much time side by side. So much of that opening bout of this clutch was spent together, and then they split up at the worst possible moment, and now all of a sudden, Kickstand.
Later, he doesn't off walking into a retake by itself. They decided to go cheap on because you can play a 2v1 together, but you want to do it from a spot where maybe you split the difference, or you play towards the site, you play in Z or you play in off, and then you have fast rotations together. How can an off walk down the ramp? What is Fury doing so far away from this? Why is he starting off his retake? They're so lucky to catch the timing. Ace Dorado knows it.
Oh yeah.
That was not a shining moment out of Furia and could have been an absolute disaster. They narrowly avoided. They don't let Falcons get 10. They get to 11 first.
Isn't that just a testament, though, to what Furia can pull off right now? The most winning team in recent months just finds a way when it matters. There was a lot on that clutch. It's their 4th round win by way of DQs within this CT side. No shortage of Falcons openings.
Oh, do I nearly pays the iron price to get that off frag in? It's only 39 HP for him left. Shouldn't matter too much.
It's like an awkward amount of utility left, though, at a minute for Furia. Only one smoke left in the cache.
We've got no actual Ivy press. It's a very forward look out of Furia. They can be checking their flank, but, you know, Fallen's only kind of passively watching this. But they've got no one back in CT too. They could be prone to a split, but
last time Kickstand did the snake set, it was actually the commitment into B.
Don't get anything off right now. Oh, they're losing control of this. They're gonna have to call you Kinder backwards.
How deep are Falcons digging? What is their avenue of attack? Hey, Toronto catching the contacts, but it's Molodoi with the kill and a chance for more. No, Nico emerges out from T. They just emerged from the middle of the bomb site, spread out into A, and Modesty almost
was just G-Con, that was Ivy with it, no information from Furia whatsoever. So now communication's looking a little bit weird, man. That last round was not a well-played 2v1. This setup out the gate in the 5v5 is probably the weakest that we've seen so far. They have barely skated by on a lot of these rounds, which means they've been expensive as well. So let's just wait. They don't even have money to buy. Do they have anything? Did they already make their purchases, or are they broke? Furia. All those close rounds have brought it to this. They lose 1-5v5, a bad setup up the gate, and now they risk map points. This could tie up. This one should be free for the Falcons to make it 11. Gonna try to start down Ivy. Catch that's ready. Stop him, but all the while it is Falcons running rampant down into a B site for free. All this hard work. And they will finally string 2 rounds together in this half. And that's why making rounds close, even if you lose, matters. They get to reap their rewards right away. And we will be going the distance. 24 rounds of play on train. Hard-fought opening established in this 22nd round. They straight up need a better setup. You know, they need a better setup. That's actually the first full rifle. That was the first rifle that Falcons won. The weird part for me is all the other setups that they lost against. You know, Furia positions and the close. That was the weakest by far. Okay, so that makes sense why Falcons pulled it out. But what happens now? What happens that's a little bit off now with the communication? Are they feeling the pressure? It's Furia who saved their pauses for a moment like this. Absolutely necessary. This is one that has to be tactically correct. Are they going to try to set up more to get that opening kill? More map control than what we just saw. You want to see the Let's go, Falcons! For a while they were. And for Falcons, they must sense blood in the water. They must see the opportunity at hand. Train can dictate this grand final. They can change the future right here on this round. Falcons, they have money left over. Furia don't. So huge bank off the backboard there. Yosuke take it down to 56. They're not going to stop this tempo whatsoever. Look at this car. This is like that's going to run through pain. I mean, they come in from different directions, so they know they're makers. That was with very little notice that they tried to pass on this one. So kudos to you to step up. But if you throw Monty, he knew how to lose back down. He pops it, and he's got separate duels, but he doesn't have the bomb. He'll need it. Whoever it is, there's always a new hero on this team. Furia just closing up together for the trade. Case Toronto's starting position was perfect. How great is that charge, by the way? Talk about ambition. Falcons refuse to go down without a fight. Round 24. You mentioned the money. One more strong buy. This would have been a wrap if Furia didn't win that last round. There's still hope for overtime here for Falcons. All while Furia prepared their clothes. They tried it fast outside. I feel like they should have tried to write that round dry, go in a little bit slower, make Furia confused, put some pressure on them to make some mistakes. I mean, that's where we've been seeing their errors. That's where Falcons have found openings. Instead, they come in brimming over with confidence, and it costs them short down to the 1 versus 1, but still,
That was Monacy in an attempt to clutch out. This time it does come at a different tempo. There is 50 seconds left of regulation, and Furia are this time playing in the dark.
But they've got Molidoid face first in a decon, 45 seconds, and they know that something must be up. This split starts soon, or it's going to be.
There's no need for Tesses to try to sell this bait. That's the last smoke that's going to land on the outer yard. And so these B defenders have guns in hand, and they hear it coming. You can go a little bit labored, but you really leave it a chance to still stand him. He fights, he chooses to fight on. A reposition further back, with this challenge out from Kickstand. It's close on Z. And what's he going to do? Where's he going to move?
Too scared to face it.
And so he takes that one step back. We go back even to the 3v3, and they know Yuri's still back there. Bomb kick in. But they just couldn't hang on. You let Falcons get their talons in that sight.
It was a decent defense, a greater attack, and the result you're all looking for. This one has to go to overtime. This does become the closest map so far this series. Train. Everything.
Instant B rush as well. That is wild. The Kindar just kind of fed over to them. And what is he really speed for it? Because he hits the ground instantly. I don't know how many bodies he really spotted. We don't see it from his POV. But I wouldn't be shocked to see Falcons sensing that confidence.
Yeah. If you get
To
to
just charge down a B site could be the move. But first they're going to want a little hot dog presence. They don't want Nice start. Falcons shows you how it's done. And with a quick reposition into the back of that site. Remember, this was opening kill from a B-site player, and Falcons opt not to charge that bomb site down. When 2 rounds ago, they were so confident to just take a charge at Furia, now they hit that pause button, and it costs them.
took one extra tick of damage, fall, and gets away with that kill. And that opening tactic, it's not a rare one. And Kinder, if he got up and got that kill, he would have got away so easily. There was no way for the T's to trade it. They come through this smoke.
Fury again. You reposition further back. They can't play on the set. It's not shut. The door's open.
Flashes are working.
Kickstand's hands no longer busy. Monacy's monocle hunts as he looks up top. He loses his teammate. It is all him right here, right now in the first round of overtime. That offense serves up a distraction. And distraction's the name of the game. All takes Toronto, creeps in behind him, puts a close to this, with the majority of Furia still alive.
Wow, you got to shout out Fallen for that one. Getting the kill back, Kinder, I'm sure his heart sank after he lost that kill. It should have been such a big find for Nico. And they've only fallen. I mean, they really put pressure on him. They did a ton of damage as well. But you see the splash down here for Nico. He had to give up a lot of help for a small chance, and he capitalized. Big round from the old man. Back in the lead of Furia. Both teams showing they've got a lot still to offer.
When they shed the shackles of a poor economy, that double lock shows his face, and we're going to go charging back in. Falcons want tempo. Kickstand immediately exposed. That's a big step to take. Top right where Furia goes in. Now Kickstand's able to swat in. But all the while, that bomb's still
He's not done yet.
The Kindar's still just hunting down his first goal. He'll get it. Just one. The outer yard taking by a rapid pace on a Falcons.
Yeah.
The same kind of tempo that cost them mere rounds ago ends up working in the seconds of overtime, at least to kick this off. But Yuri's still got legs to stand on. Everybody fixates in on his exit. This would be nigh impossible to get out of. Oh, but he gets Nico first, and they give him that little
A clutch that could never Furia. But this one is about kicks in. Those 3 entries outside here, post-regulation, when Falcons needed it. The inner hits weren't working. He takes it outside. He's the tip of the spear. Once again, leading from the front.
Big damage for Dorado. This is going to be back-to-back rounds. Back-to-back rounds is the opening flag to the favor of Falcons. It's starting to feel like the pace of his team side can no longer be controlled. Furia trying to fight fire on fire, sending a Kingdom on an expedition, and it pays off. But will this spot from Tesses go unnoticed?
Oh, his guard is down completely about this. It keeps out. Tesses thinks that he's been spotted, but he hasn't. Mulder could actually back up eventually out of this. We'll see. Tesses.
He's a fly!
For help. He didn't even see him. He didn't even see him. That glance on the shoulder beat, Mulder doesn't even know he's there. And he ends up killing him both.
Tesses playing mind games against himself.
Didn't see him.
Wow.
He took that glance, and our brains work quickly in Counter-Strike. He took a shoulder peek, he saw the scope out, and he just thought, I'm within that vision. You usually have such a good feeling for whether or not you've spotted instantly all the information, what gun is on the other side of this, what angle I can work with, everything. That just slightly misreads it, doesn't get enough information in that 1 or 2 frames, and just like that, the round is lost.
Feels like Molidoy's still trying to figure it out.
He doesn't even know. He's wondering why he wasn't killed in that spot. He just thinks that Tesses never took that shoulder peek. That's all. Furia take the lead.
Unbelievable that they end up getting a second CT round. What should have been Molidoy dead turns into an off hinge, favoring Furia. Now on the hunt for that coveted 15 kill.
Oh, they're gonna make it more now.
Of course. Why hesitate? You get 2 frags on that outer yard.
Oh, this is where they flex, huh? Back to the first rifle round, taking it at the same time.
But wait. Fury brings that one back. It was looking scary for a second, like Modesty would go unnoticed, but Fallen was actually brought over the bomb site because they were thinking there's a bit of vacancy here for the taking.
Oh, they got Tesses rattled right now.
It's starting to get a bit weird. Meanwhile, they find that second CT, so Furia have the whole picture. Furia have everything they need to get that 15, while Falcons have their backs against the ropes. Tesses, so pressured by all of those utilities, just let everybody leave. Never did they know that Fallen had that bomb on ramp.
They're starting to lose their mice. The pressure's starting to build, and the pressure keeps getting applied for Furia just like you want to see. Their best round this game was in the first rifle, where they took inner and outer at the same time. Here they dressed it up a little bit differently, but the heart is still the same.
Tesses will fight tooth and nail for this. Don't throw this away. 12 health from Holodoy and Yakindar combined.
This one's just for the kill. Mulder, having that smoke board open, gets the opening with the optics. That's going to be the difference this game.
Also, I love the tenacity of Yakindar right next to him, right? This wasn't just Molidoy, but Molidoy wants Yakindar. Same smoke gets popped open. Both of them succeed.
Insane repeat punish there from Yuri, too.
The simultaneous opening kills for the imports of Furia.
One away from taking this game. This game, you run it back 10 times. It's 5-5. Both teams, so many quality rounds, so much X factor.
That's this chip damage. Molidoy goes for a different opening move. And now he hits all he needs. That was it. Tesses now expects this follow through right on the brink. But also with so much time, I don't expect Furia to rush this. Oh, huge position from Kixen. Does it
They might chase this down. Shieldscape's gonna have some pressure on him. to get them split between two directions.
Talk about keeping the pressure on. Kickstand hiding in a corner, waits for their arrival. Keisuke and Tessas tethered so well, wonderfully. Up in the halls, Tessas back to the cover, confirms what's left of Furia, is inbound on B. A massive flank coming from all of the others. And it doesn't feel like there's any sanctuary on this site, but they will still cover it with the smoke. Yuri's gonna pop back up. He damn near already won a 1 versus 4. He has even less out to work with, and Falcons will push this overtime in the distance.
Double overtime chances now if Falcons can pick up this next round. They'll have to earn it. This was a scary spot that they barely got out of, but that has been the tail of the tape. Every single round is pure stress. A game that Sonic's watching, he wants to jump in and be able to do something about it. He has to sit back and watch some of the most ridiculous situations, unbelievable shots getting hit. Back to back. There were going to be nightmares about this grand final, how close it could have been. So many winnable positions, but you can't feel bad about it. Everyone's playing insane. And now on this final round, Furia, I can't help but feel they're just a touch more confident coming in, but that means nothing. We're in overtime for a reason.
Yeah, no, means nothing when you've got that kind of team play still coming through from Falcons. That box hall's back and forth between Pop Dog and the ramp push. I mean, they just seesawed Furia in half there. And that was kind of like one of those you have to go now moments.
Again, the best rounds on the T side in general, putting as much CT communication stress as possible. Furia explored that. Yeah, no one pushing up this time. That's been an issue for them. That honesty thing, I think, is what they were worried about mainly.
This time they don't find it.
And Molodoi honesty head-to-head is actually key. We know that Molodoi, as the queen on the board, always goes for the other queen. Normally, you have Operas taking out pawns, taking out bishops, taking out rooks. He is going right for the biggest prize. He wants to win the round in 1 kill.
Right now,
but they don't know where Honesty is yet.
He's gonna have a chance to pick one off. Kickstand's been staring at his feet this entire time. Kindar starts to spray that smoke. He better be ready for this corner. That is a beautiful setup for Kickstand to again play a key role in the success of Falcons. He is right up there.
That was such a dangerous game to play, but huge prize. That's one. Now time becomes a problem. They waited a long time in that 5v5. We're down to 40 seconds.
Flames in front of half of this hit. And without ID, we start to get Falcons freed up to take a look more so towards the bomb site. This is Modesty and Nico. Who else could you ask for to be in anticipation of this commitment now from Furia? Flag grenade. Just like on Inferno. Utilities looking fantastic.
In a round like this, the big smoke behind him, the Kinder take it out, and all their attention from then on can be focused on Hawk and T-Con. And because this happened so late in it, there was so much pressure on Furia to make something happen. You wouldn't normally want to make that upper hit without at least the threat of someone coming up Ivy. But they didn't have that. Modesty locked it down. And we have it. Another overtime. That's stinging.
No way that's worth it. Oh, this is a rough spot to start a second overtime.
You know how much, though, how little they need to just walk into B. That's going to be a massive threat. It puts a lot of pressure on the 8-players to actually make something happen.
So what's their move? Because they just won a round by sitting back, relaxing, and letting Furia come to them. This B site has never looked more primed for the taking. Yeah. Boston missing shots as the utility continues to come on out, but now they're priming themselves for this B hit. Toronto going down, but now Falcons are going to realize they've been sold. Snake oil falling down. He's falling.
see this one.
Yes, we have.
Oh, against the Giants, ever so slightly, but still, limit of surprise.
Are they going to clear this now?
I mean, Yuri won't be the victim. And with one kill back, they've still managed to maintain control of Pop Dog. And not just that, but that's two of the stars of Falcons down soon.
Yeah, they don't know what they got away with.
And still, Falcons will remain adamant by looking to make moves.
They were up there so early. But it instantly becomes Furia's round to lose. What is the adjustment? Is there going to be a gamble? You need to take a risk in this spot for the CT side. Nico will.
Sometimes it just feels like destiny's against him.
Oh, this is done.
Nico sitting at the bottom of this scoreboard. Can Kickstand of all pieces bring it back? No, not the Furia so locked in. We had that stat earlier talking about grand finals waiting for Nico, and there was an anomaly at the start of this game. It was looking better, and now here it is again.
Oh, man. And Nico, the thing is, the only reason he even dies like that is because he actually overfilled B, and that was the correct answer to take. And he could have made the difference. He's just switching.
He knows. He knows.
Oh, that is, I mean, pain can't even describe it. Don't even give yourself a chance to shoot back. The most unfortunate match, or moment of this match so far.
And also the
Maybe
most,
even beyond. Test us. I don't even know. Maybe that's 2 in favor of Furia.
Yeah.
Maybe Destiny wants Furia to win this train map.
let's not split hairs. It's Falcons playing against a lot. And more than anything we've seen so far in overtime, it's the first time any team secures more than one round on the attack in overtime. So this bodes very well for Furia to have a third swing at it. A flawless T-side could damn well cost Falcons this map. After bringing a real fight to the table, is it all for nothing?
No holding us back. And they're putting pressure on Kickstand. It's not even an IV play necessarily. They're still keeping options wide open. And now they've got the CT sizes. They're terrorized. They're so scared of this. Look at the positions from Kickstand and Monacy here back at CT. They can't help but respect this. How are they even going to go back and clear it? They've just got to hope that it's not coming this way.
Full-blown execute is coming. All of a sudden, they crank that dial to its end. Can Falcons withstand the heat? The commitment's coming down the ramp right here, right now. Test yet again with a chance to shine. Comes back into the cover. Furia lives.
Damage done to Kickstand as that gets cleaned up. Molodori's off, continues to find targets. And as he comes back, he'll actually fall victim to Nico. Better late than never here for Nico. The original superstars working together, and Monacy's under pressure. Is it falling? And he doesn't know about to see it. For a major on trade.
That should be the death sentence right there. 3 straight on T-side. A small chance. Eagle got a 2K on the flank. Had to be 2 more. And that 1v2 to pick up the round.
Monacy could have changed that.
Yeah, Monacy could have changed that. But they needed every little bit, just as they've had this, as they've needed throughout this entire game. But look at Furia now, all warmed up.
Starting to will this into existence. It's one thing to be leading by a single round, but to have a total grace period of a second overtime now behind you, surely Furia feel like they have done this. Low pressure, finally achieved. And the weight of the world on the Falcons' wings.
They went through so much in that first half of regulation on T-side. So many CT rounds won by Falcons that Furia no way could have pulled off.
just got into T-Con right ahead